Welcome everyone, to today's video, where we step back into the fires of World War II, a time when steel monsters ruled the battlefield, and legends were born. We'll be talking about the fearsome Tiger I, the massive King Tiger, the unstoppable Soviet T-34, the powerful IS-2, and the reliable American Sherman, each with its own story of creation, destruction, and glory. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear is more than history. It's the story of how these tanks shaped the outcome of the greatest war ever fought.
Number 1.
The Churchill tank, built by the British starting in 1941, saw over 5,600 units produced. It was slow, heavily armored, and costly, but it became the foundation of Britain's armored corps, serving in many variants throughout the war. Effectiveness-wise, the Churchill was not the fastest, nor the most heavily armed, but it excelled in climbing obstacles, and surviving heavy fire. It fulfilled roles in support, engineering, and infantry cooperation, proving flexible and reliable. An iconic incident was during the Dieppe raid in 1942, where Churchills were the first tanks to land on French soil. Though the raid failed, their ability to fight in tough conditions proved the tank's resilience, and shaped future Allied landings.
Number 2.
The Cromwell entered British service in 1944, nearly 4,000 were built. It was cheaper than the Churchill, lighter, and designed for speed. It became one of the fastest British tanks of the war, offering mobility that the army desperately needed. Its effectiveness was solid. It could not defeat Tigers or Panthers head-on, but its speed and maneuverability allowed it to flank and exploit weaknesses, fulfilling a vital role in fast-moving warfare, supporting advances across Europe. A famous moment was during the Normandy breakout, where Cromwells raced through the French countryside, exploiting gaps in German defenses, and spearheading the Allied push toward Paris, making history as one of Britain's great war machines.
Number 3.
The IS-2, also known as the Joseph Stalin tank, entered Soviet service in 1943. Around 3,800 were built, armed with a monstrous 122mm gun. It was designed to smash through German armor and fortifications, at relatively low production cost. Effectiveness-wise, the IS-2 was devastating. Its gun could destroy Tigers and Panthers with a single shot. Its armor could withstand most German weapons. It fulfilled its role as a breakthrough tank, paving the way for Soviet offensives. A legendary moment was in the Battle of Berlin, where IS-2 stormed the city, blasting through German defenses, crushing bunkers and tanks, and marking the final collapse of Nazi Germany, sealing its name in golden ink.
Number 4.
The KV-1 entered production in 1939. It was one of the heaviest tanks of its time. Around 5,000 were built. It was extremely costly for the Soviets, but its thick armor made it nearly invulnerable to early German weapons during the first years of war. Effectiveness-wise, the KV-1 dominated early encounters, often requiring German forces to bring in heavy artillery or air strikes to stop it. However, as newer German tanks appeared, the KV-1 became outdated, though it bought the Soviets crucial time. A golden incident occurred in 1941, when a single KV-1 blocked a German advance for hours, destroying dozens of vehicles, and holding back an entire division, a heroic stand, remembered as one of the most iconic moments of armored warfare.
Number 5.
The M4 Sherman, introduced in 1942, was America's primary tank. Nearly 50,000 were produced, making it the most mass-produced Allied tank of the war. It was cheap, reliable, and easy to build, a true symbol of American industry. In terms of effectiveness, the Sherman was not the most powerful. It could not match a Tiger or Panther head-to-head, but its strength was in numbers, mobility, and reliability. It overwhelmed German armor through sheer force, fulfilling its role perfectly. An iconic moment was during the D-Day landings. Shermans rolled onto the beaches of Normandy, supporting infantry, pushing inland, and showing the world how industrial power could win wars. Their presence was critical to Allied victory.
Number 6.
The Panther tank, introduced in 1943, was Germany's answer to the Soviet T-34. Over 6,000 were built, and it was considered a perfect balance of firepower, protection, and mobility, each costing less than a Tiger, but still expensive. it quickly became Germany's workhorse. Its effectiveness was undeniable. The Panther could kill a Sherman or a T-34 at great distance. Its sloped armor offered great protection, however, it was mechanically complex, and often broke down. Still, it fulfilled its battlefield role very effectively. One golden incident was at the Battle of Kursk, the largest tank battle in history, where Panthers made their debut. Though many broke down early, those that fought proved devastating against Soviet armor, cementing their place in history.
Number 7.
The Panzer IV, introduced in 1937, became the backbone of Germany's armored divisions. Nearly 8,500 were built. It was cheaper than Tigers and Panthers, and constantly upgraded, making it the most versatile German tank of the war. Its effectiveness was undeniable. Though outclassed by newer Allied tanks later in the war, it still served in every theater, supporting infantry, fighting enemy armor, and proving reliable. It fulfilled its role as the workhorse of the Wehrmacht. One iconic moment was during the early Blitzkrieg campaigns in France, where Panzer IV spearheaded the German invasion, crushing defenses, and racing across Europe, cementing the tank's place in military history.
Number 8.
The T-34, produced by the Soviet Union, first rolled out in 1940. It was revolutionary with sloped armor, powerful gun, and wide tracks. Nearly 84,000 units were built, making it one of the most produced tanks in history, cheap, fast, and deadly. Its effectiveness was unmatched. The T-34 was the backbone of the Red Army. It could take on German armor, and survive brutal conditions. Its design forced Germany to create better tanks like the Panther and Tiger, proving it fulfilled its role beyond expectations. A legendary moment was during the Battle of Moscow, when T-34s braved the freezing cold, surprising German forces, proving Soviet resilience, and turning the tide of the Eastern Front, forever writing the T-34 into military legend.
Number 9.
The Tiger I entered production in 1942. It was a beast of German engineering. Around 1,350 units were built, each costing nearly 250,000 Reichsmarks, which was astronomical at the time. Production stretched until 1944, and it quickly gained a reputation as a battlefield monster. Its effectiveness was legendary. It outgunned almost every Allied tank of its era. Its thick armor made it nearly invincible from the front, but it was mechanically unreliable, heavy, and difficult to produce. Still, it struck fear, and inflicted enormous losses on the battlefield. One iconic incident was at the Battle of Villers-Bocage, where the German ace, Michael Wittmann, in a single Tiger I, ambushed and destroyed over a dozen British tanks and vehicles, a feat that sealed the Tiger's name in history.
Number 10.
The Tiger II, often called the King Tiger, entered service in 1944. Around 489 units were built, costing even more than the Tiger I. Its armor was incredibly thick, and its long 88mm gun was unrivaled, but production came too late, and too small in number to change the war. Effectiveness-wise, the King Tiger was devastating. In one-on-one tank duels, it was virtually unstoppable. It could destroy Shermans and T-34s before they got close, but its size, weight, and fuel consumption made it impractical. Many were abandoned, due to breakdowns. A famous moment was during the Battle of the Ardennes, where a small number of King Tigers held up entire Allied advances, striking terror into American forces, proving their lethality, despite their limited presence. And that's the end of our journey, through the steel giants of World War II, from the terrifying Tiger I, to the unstoppable IS-2. Each of these machines left a mark that still echoes through history. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like the video, share it with others who love history, and subscribe for more stories, because we've only just scratched the surface of the machines that shaped our world.